sees her pop her eyes open and the feet hit the floor. He says, daggum, she's at it again. Here we come, Miss Corey J. Sampson. Corey, there.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Felicia. Man, that just means so much. I love your introduction, darling. It is so filled with energy and love and compassion. It just makes me feel so good. And I thank you so much. I thank you for everything that you do here for Team Diamond. Felicia, you have been an exceptional, exceptional leader. And you know, you're someone we can always depend on. And that means so much when you are working on a project of this magnitude, to have someone of your caliber to be able to come and always stand in the gap. And you lead from the front. And I appreciate that so much. Family, let me just tell you a little bit about Felicia. This is Mrs. Felicia Andrews. And I tell you what, her and her amazing husband, Daniel, are just an incredible power couple. And I tell you what, they are doing great things here in Novetech. But I believe one of the greatest things that they have done is raised a beautiful daughter in Brigitte. And this young lady is absolutely phenomenal. And you can certainly tell a tree by the fruit it bears, right? And so Felicia comes to us highly educated, highly educated. And we're very fortunate to have her here. She is very intelligent. She's able to share this information at a way and a pace that most people are not. And I'm just so grateful to have Felicia here with us. And I tell you what, talking about suave, she is truly a quiet storm. And we just love and appreciate everything that she does for us. Felicia, thank you so much again. I appreciate you to the hilt, baby. Marcia and I are very grateful that you're here supporting the team, the entire team, the way you do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you what, y'all are in for a special treat tonight. Yes, Lord. The doctor is in the house, none other than Mr. Sean T. Hubbard. Let me call it right, Dr. Sean T. Hubbard. And I tell you, he is going to share this information with you from a very high level perspective. And I'm telling you, if y'all don't have notepad and paper, cell phone, whatever it is you use to take notes on, tonight is the night to take good, copious notes, okay? Because the information that he is going to share and the perspective that he is going to share will be like none other. And so we're going to go through that. We're going to bring him up in just a minute. But prior to us doing so, I want to welcome each and every one of you. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for taking time out of your very busy schedules to come and spend a little time with us on tonight to hear this information that potentially can change you and your family's lives for many generations to come. This is real. This is not another one of those deals. This is really and truly a life-changing opportunity, all right? And it really has the ability to create generational wealth for you and your family if you take action, okay? All right, so we're just really excited that y'all are here. We're very grateful that y'all decided to come and spend a little time with us. So what I am going to do now is I am going to share the possibilities with you, okay? And what I mean by that is I'm going to share this compounding calculator. This is all about forecasting, okay? And so with this compound calculator, I want you to know that it is available to you on the internet, all right? You just go to thecalculatorsite.com, thecalculatorsite.com, THE, calculatorsite.com, okay? And you can pull this up. You definitely want to be sure and click on the Forex compounding tab, All right. And when you do that, this is the information that you want to pull up. All right. Now, what I am going to share with you, because this call is designed for medical professionals. Okay. Now, all of us are welcome here for sure. All right. But what I want to do is share this to the medical professionals that are here, so that they can see the possibilities for themselves and their families. So I'm going to start with a balance of $5,000, right? So what I'm going to demonstrate to you tonight is a one-time investment of $5,000. Now, please know you do not have to start here in Novetech at $5,000. You can start with as little as $99. All right. Now, we here at Team Diamond, we don't recommend $99, right? But if that is where your budget will allow you to begin your investment, then $99 it is, okay? The thing that's important is that you participate, that you get started, all right? Now, what we recommend here at Team Diamond is a very minimum of $1,000, all right? But you can start from $99 and you can invest as much as you like. There's no limit to how much you can invest. So if you want to invest $100 million, you can. Now, tonight, what I'm going to share with you is a one-time investment of $5,000, all right? Now, the weekly percentage that we have been receiving on average here at Novetech since June of 2019, which is the company's inception, has been averaging right about 3%. So it's anywhere from 2 to 4% per week. However, some weeks it's less than 2%, and some weeks it's more than 4%. All right. So we're going to average 3% return on our investment tonight. And this is 3% per week. All right. Which is huge. Now, we don't guarantee that. We don't make any promises that you will receive 3% every week, because we don't know. Quite frankly, we don't know that we will receive any return on our investment this coming Friday or any Friday after that. Okay? But what we can tell you is what we have done for the last 39 months. And every single week, every investor in Novetech has received a return on their investment every single week. No one has ever lost a dime in Novetech. That is huge. Now, I'm going to forecast out 10 years, okay? I'm going to forecast out 10 years. Please know that you do not have to leave your monies in Novetech. You don't have to invest for 10 years. I'm just going to forecast out for 10 years, but I'm going to show you every year up through then on an annual basis, okay? So that you'll be able to see the possibilities every single year for the next 10 years. All right. Now, what I want you to understand as to why it is that I am demonstrating 10 years is because most of us have worked as adults for other people on a job, in a career that has been geared toward someone else's goals, someone else's dreams, their family aspirations. So why not do that for ourselves and our families, right? Why not work toward our own dreams and goals and aspirations? Our family is certainly deserving of it. So anyway, I'm going to show you again 10 years. All right. And now what we're going to do as well, we just want you to know that we receive our return on investment every week. That is what has happened historically. Every single week we receive our return on investment. Now I have calculated the numbers so that y'all can see it. So when you invest $5,000 here in Novetech, you have the potential after the first 12 months of earning $18,254.43 potentially. Okay? All of these numbers that I'm sharing with you, all of this demonstration is potential. Nothing here is guaranteed. We make no promises, family. We don't know what the future holds. Only Jesus Christ knows the future. All right? So if you continue to reinvest your profit, another 12 months, now you're at 24 months of investing $5,000 one time out of pocket and going into your Novetech back office every single Friday and reinvesting your profit. Ticking a few boxes takes all of 45 seconds. Looking at the potential of earning $103,153.70 after just 24 months of taking about 5 minutes a month out of your very busy schedules. And look at what happens after 3 years, 36 months. Now you're looking at $498,010.51 potentially. Listen, these numbers are astronomical. Let me tell you what else. These numbers are real. They are true. We are experiencing this right now. We have over 27,000 folks on Team Diamond. We are investing every single week over $115 million as a team. So I want you to know that people are earning this type of money already. Now, please understand that Team Diamond started in Novetech in July. I enrolled in Novetech on July 10th of 2021. So just 13 months ago. And we are realizing these numbers right now, okay? So I want you to know that many people will look at these numbers and they'll say, Corey, listen, this is too good to be true. Well, let me assure you, it is good and it is true, right? And we have the documentation to prove it. We have the lifestyle to show. This is an incredible blessing, family. That's what Novetech is. Their goal is to eradicate poverty all over the globe, the world. And I tell you what, they are doing a fantastic job at achieving that goal. They are blessing the lives of many individuals and many families. Now let's look at, we hear our financial advisors, our bookkeepers, our accountants, things like that, that will share with us to always have a 5-year plan. Well, let's look at what $5,000 does when we invest it one time out of our pocket in Novetech. In just 5 years, 60 months, we have the potential of earning $10,875,489.34. Now that is huge. In just 60 months. And what did you do to earn that? Well, you just enrolled in Novetech. You went into your Novetech back office every single Friday for 5 years. You ticked a few boxes. You reinvested your profit, took you all of 45 seconds a week. And you have the potential of earning $10,875,489.34. That is life-changing money, family. It really and truly is. And we talked about generational wealth in the very beginning. Well, let's look at what happens if you continue to reinvest your profit for 10 years. Do the same exercise that you've been doing since you started, and you do that for 10 years. Now you're looking at, follow me here, y'all, 23 billion with a B, 677 million, $4,642.98 potentially. Okay. This is something that we have not been exposed to, but this has been going on in families' lives for many, many generations. And we never knew about this or even the possibilities. Well, I tell you what, folks, the jig is up. We know about it now, right? And now we have the opportunity to take advantage of this, right? To leverage this incredible, incredible project for ourselves and our families. Now, some of you are not interested in generational wealth, and that's perfectly understandable. Some of you are not interested in leaving your money in Novetech for 10 years. Maybe you just want to leave it in for a couple years. That's fine. Maybe you don't want to leave it in for any years. You have access to your funds at all times. You can take your money out whenever you choose. But let me show you what this one-time $5,000 investment looks like on a monthly basis. So now, investing $5,000 one time out of your pocket in Novetech, your very first month, 4 weeks, you have the potential of earning $683.27 a month, every single month, month after month after month after month. And if you say that that's not enough for you and your family on a monthly basis, that's cool. Continue to reinvest your profit for 12 months. Now you're looking at $2,795.74 potentially every single month. 24 months, now you're looking at $13,002.69 every single month, month after month after month. Let's look at 3 years, y'all. Now, being that this call is geared toward medical professionals, now you're looking at $60,474.02 a month after just investing $5,000 one time out of pocket and reinvesting your profit every single week for 36 months. There's no student loans that come out of here. There's no malpractice insurance that comes out of here. There's no staffing payroll that comes out of here. Y'all follow me? $60,474.02 potentially every single month. And this is passive while you continue to take care of your patients and your clients. And let me just take a personal point of privilege, being that in fact, this is geared toward the medical professionals. So for all medical professionals that are on this line today, please know that we are very grateful for everything that you do for us to keep us healthy, to keep us well, and to keep us thriving physically. You sacrifice so much of your time to do that. When I spoke with Dr. Hubbard on last Friday, I asked him to step in and take the place of me to do this calculator on Saturday, because my grandbaby, 4-year-old Corinne, had a photo shoot that I wanted to attend. Do you all know that he answered the call and he was actually at work? He was at the hospital. That's the level of dedication and commitment that we have here with Dr. Hubbard and many others. But for you medical professionals that are sacrificing so much for us, I want to tell you, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really and truly appreciate you. And I can promise you that everyone on Team Diamond shares those same sentiments. So again, thank y'all so much. We appreciate you so much. All right. So now let's look at 4 years, and then I'm going to turn this call over to Dr. Hubbard, right? Because the doctor is in, okay? Now let's look at 48 months. 48 months has the potential of earning you $281,257.77 every single month passively. And all you did was invested $5,000 48 months prior and went into your Novetech back office every single Friday for 48 months, ticked a few boxes, took all of 45 seconds, and reinvested the profits that our amazing traders have earned on your behalf. And I tell you what, we have some incredibly successful traders. Our traders have an 85 to 90% success rate, which is why we are able to average this type of return on our investment, even in a down market. When many other avenues are blood red. So we're very fortunate here, and we're so elated that y'all are here. I want to share one other thing with you really quick, and that is, do not treat this like another one of those deals. It's not. It's something that we have not been privy to. This is a crypto hedge fund. Hedge funds typically require $200,000 investment if you're an individual, and $300,000 minimum investment if you are a couple. And on top of that, you have to have $1 million in assets, none of which can be your personal residence. So here at Novetech, we have the opportunity to invest far less, and we have access to our funds at all times. Okay, now I shared with you $281,257.77 potentially. after investing and going through the exercise that I described just a moment ago for 48 months. But look, if you decide that you want to withdraw all your funds, you don't want to continue to withdraw on a monthly basis, guess what? Your principal and your earnings up through 48 months is here and available to you. So you can withdraw this $2,339,444.48 potentially. How about that? It's exciting, y'all. And we're so excited that you're here. And so what I am showing you here has nothing to do with you sharing this with anyone else in the world. This is simply your own investment alone. Has nothing to do with another individual. So please know that the person that shared this with you thought enough of you to share it, because I tell you what, they are set. They already have the potential of earning this money, whether you decide to invest in Novetech or not. So know that they thought enough of you to share it with you. So give them a big hug and a kiss, give them a phone call and tell them, thank you, I'm ready to go. Okay, if you see an opportunity here for you. All right, well, listen, without any further ado, I am going to bring to you to the forefront right now, none other than Dr. Sean T. Hubbard, who we have been talking about since the beginning of this call. And let me share with you a little bit about Dr. Hubbard. Yes, as Felicia said, he is one of the foremost neurologists in North America. He is also a hospitalist. He's wonderfully married. He and his wife both embrace the medical profession. They have 4 beautiful children, very successful children. We always talk about, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears. And I tell you what, they're a couple that has done a phenomenal job. He's an amazing leader. I tell you what, he has really a heart for the people. He really does. Because you imagine how successful he is in his own professional career. He and his wife are both in the medical profession. They both do exceptionally well, yet he finds time to share this opportunity with others. Why? Because he wants to help. And he does it so swell. Such an amazing leader. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring to you Dr. Sean T. Hubbard, who is also a very distinguished member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the gentleman of the Crimson and Cream. So without any further ado, Dr. Sean T. Hubbard.
Sweet Corey, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. And thank you for being you. I really appreciate you so much. And in so many ways, I would not be able to say I'm on this call. I mean, you shared Novetech with me, but aside from that, you've shown me so many ways of how we can help people. And I'm very honored to work with you and present this opportunity. The basis of it is why I chose to go into healthcare in the first place. I want to see people do well, see people achieve higher levels of health. I was never somebody who just wanted to help people not be sick, really. I always wanted to see people be able to get over their condition, but also achieve higher levels of health and performance and doing well in just all the ways. So Novetech is right in line. And when you called me the other day and I was in the ICU, room 337, taking care of a patient who had had a subarachnoid hemorrhage, and we were thinking about blood pressure control and fluids and all of that, I knew that you're about the same thing. You know, we're about helping people do well and helping lots of people do well And so this is all the same mission, and that's the way I see it. And if it wasn't about helping people, then I would probably lose interest. But that's how we approach it. I know that's how you approach it. It's always how you have approached me. So we're working together to help
Yes.
communities like mine and yours. In the
Yes.
words of our CEO, Cynthia Petion, and communities like mine and yours. And so that's what I'm about. And I know that's what you're about. And I want to really take a moment here and thank everybody and also acknowledge that you're in the right place. Okay, Team Diamond, we're about helping communities like mine and yours. So thank you so much for joining this call. Let's jump on in here and talk about Novetech and what we have been enjoying, what I personally have been enjoying since November. Now, Novetech for me, the way I've seen it is it's all about financial leverage and helping me help my family and help people that I really care about achieve financial leverage also. Now, this call is a lot and all about people that are interested in financial health, healthcare workers, but you don't have to be a healthcare worker to benefit from Novetech. Of course, we're all doing all sorts of things. I mean, I don't know of a person who wouldn't benefit from Novetech, honestly, but I do know a lot of healthcare workers who have a lot of student loans, who have to work multiple jobs in order to pay off their loans and in order to take care of their families and do well. We work tons and tons of shifts. There's not a dearth of shifts and there's not a dearth of work for us. But the issue is that if we don't work those shifts, then we're going to have some trouble. So I want to see healthcare workers get in a situation where they don't have to work shifts. And wouldn't that be splendid? Now, we're talking about healthcare workers, but really, we're talking about anybody who is interested in health. So that's really anybody. On a given day, I walk into the hospital, and one of the first people I greet when I come in is somebody from guest services, and then I'll see security, and I start introducing Novetech right away. If I get them in a corner, because I want to see them outgrow that particular position. I'm going to see somebody in nutrition. I'm going to see somebody who is in environmental. I'm going to share Novetech with them. And then I'm going to see some nurses. I'm going to share Novetech with them, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. I don't care where you are, who you are, you're going to get shared an opportunity to do something that is really quite rare. Communities like mine and yours, healthcare community, whatever your community is, those that we share, we want our folks to do well. And that's what Novetech is about. Now, I really want to share and re-emphasize something that Corey Jean Sampson said. Trading is what drives our progress and our performance. Trading is the basis of it. Cryptocurrency trading, foreign exchange, foreign currency trading, that is what we are about. And there are going to be some other things that we talk about during this call, but trading is ultimately what drives our progress and what drives our performance. And that is really what gives us the leverage that we have. Now, earlier today, I was telling you that I introduced this opportunity to many people. I happen to say that Novetech is a registered cryptocurrency hedge fund to a cardiologist. And he heard the term cryptocurrency, and then he started backing away. And I asked him, is that something that scares you? I mean, it's a cryptocurrency hedge fund. And he was like, oh. And so I figured I'd give that some thought. Most of the people have heard that cryptocurrencies are volatile. For me, that's like saying water is wet and fire is hot, ice is cold, and things like that. But if you know how to leverage fire and water and cold, then you can do some wonderful things that you can't do without them. Cryptocurrencies are volatile, but if you know how to trade, and if you have that particular skill set, and if you have the technology that it takes to do well, then you can do well for yourself and you can help others do well. And that is what is going on in Novetech. We have individuals who are extremely skilled at what they do. And that is how we are enjoying the kinds of returns that you heard earlier. Let me tell you a little bit about the company itself. It was started in June of 2019, and it is involved in every aspect of the cryptocurrencies that you can imagine. We have been enjoying offering Bitcoin ATMs to people that really want to go and purchase cryptocurrency in various forms, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so forth. Pretty soon we'll be into Bitcoin mining. Across the world, we have traders that are trading foreign currencies and are doing it every day of the week. But the one prospect, the one product and service that we are all benefiting from, particularly in the United States, is the trading of cryptocurrencies, and especially those that, well, really all of them. You hear about Bitcoin and Ethereum and several others. Now, our leadership, I really want to tell you about, and I think that matters a lot. You hear the style of Team Diamond. You hear Sweet Corey. I call her Sweet Corey because that is how she is. You hear Felicia Andrews. You may not have heard Sherelle Lowry's voice earlier, but she's always present. Our co-CEO, Marsha Hadley. So many others that are in leadership, people that you can trust, people that I've grown to trust and love myself. And that is a big part of this. And I have to say that I get a little concerned when I share the opportunity and people want to go off in a corner and start doing a lot of reading. When this was shared with me, I jumped in because of who shared it, and I knew I could trust them and what they were about. And that is how this all started. Now, another person I've come to trust from afar and not too far is our CEO, the Reverend Cynthia Petillon. She is entirely consistent. Every time you hear her talk, what you hear her talk about, serving, providing variety for communities like mine and yours, offering leverage. And her husband, who is deeply involved and has been involved in investment. So this is our leadership team. This couple, combined with her brother and our chief technology officer, has combined their skills to make sure that Novetech is doing everything that they set out to do. And we are really enjoying it. Now, you hear me talk about our CEO and the mission and the approach and the style and the trust. I mean, it's so huge, but I really want you to hear from our CEO yourself. And I really want you to focus on how she's saying what she's saying, but also how many times she says the word offer and variety and choice. Now, there's no reason for me to speak for her, but I just want you to hear how she breaks it all down.
No volume, Dr. Hubbard.
No volume?
No, sir.
Okay. What Cynthia Petillon was describing is an opportunity for people that have skills to jump on and participate in Novetech in trading, people that don't have skills to benefit from Novetech, people that have lots of money, people that don't have lots of money. She was describing so much of what Novetech offers, and for so many different people in communities like mine and yours, quote unquote. Novetech is a legally registered cryptocurrency hedge fund company. And the whole idea is to be able to offer all sorts of people affordable financial solutions. And what we're able to do is, and what we do is trade cryptocurrencies and trade foreign currencies online. We have traders that do that for us. Now, each and every day, what I'm doing is taking care of patients, seeing people in the emergency departments, seeing who needs to be treated for acute stroke, seeing who needs to be undergoing a CAT scan of the arteries, MRA of the arteries. That is what I'm doing. But I log onto my account frequently just to look, but on Fridays, I enjoy looking to see how wonderfully we did. We are a broker. Novetech is a registered MetaTrader 5 broker. And so people that know how to trade on their own are able to use Novetech's platform and manage their own trades. That wouldn't be me though. I benefit from the traders that we have that know how to leverage the volatility associated with cryptocurrency. Now, you saw the potential earlier that was presented. You saw the power of what we are enjoying. The numbers are so large and coming so fast that it can be mind-numbing. But think about it for a minute. 3% per week that we have been enjoying. Where else are you seeing or hearing about that? 3% per week. This is what we've been enjoying. And where else are you hearing or seeing people be able to reinvest what they earn, their profits weekly? If you're seeing that somewhere, please let us know. I wasn't seeing it anywhere. I wasn't hearing it. And that is why I registered for my own PAM account in Novetech. It takes about 8 minutes if you focus on it. It's kind of like starting a social media account itself. You're going to pick a username, you're going to pick a password and a PIN number, a 4-digit PIN number. This is part of being alive these days. You start a PAM account, and then you'll spend some moments funding your PAM account in a manner that you think is consistent with how much money you have to put in Novetech and what your ambitions are and your goals. Now, the way you'll start your account is the person that invited you to this call, you'll want to get their enrollment link. They can share that with you and they can walk you through it. They'll tend to do it the way Corey walked me through it. Took about 8 minutes, and then I funded my account, and that took another couple of minutes, and then we were off and running. After you get your PAM account started, and I must say that whatever you decide to put in your account, if it's $1,000, if it's $1,017, if it's 2017, or if it's 20,000, whatever you put in goes straight to your trading account, and you start benefiting right away from our traders going to work for you. You don't have to know anything about cryptocurrencies. You don't have to know anything about trading. All you have to do is trust the process, trust the people that are involved and people that have invited you to this meeting. And really, it's passive. Okay, so that's what this is about. Now, if you know what you're doing, my son knows what he's doing, you can get involved and use Novetech's platform and trade on your own. I don't know what I'm doing, and most of the people that I have referred, just about 50, don't know how to trade, and so we are benefiting from our traders. A year ago, if you looked at what Novetech did each month and then averaged those months, the return was about 14.8%. Whopping. I mean, that's incredible. We're saying these numbers, and I've been enjoying them and living them. And I've been using that Forex calculator that you saw Corey used, but I'm still amazed myself. When you get involved in Novetech, the value just keeps adding up. Now, I just want to show you some of what has occurred over the previous weeks, the 4 previous weeks. In July, the end of July, we enjoyed 3.36% rate of return, and this was the profit on that Friday. The week before that, the week after that, 3.64. The week after that, 3.12, and then just last week, 2.85%. So you see where we get these numbers, an average of 3%, and we're being a little conservative, but we're looking back and describing to you what has occurred, and we're describing to you the possibilities of what may occur in the future. Now, this is one of my favorite slides because it describes the style, it describes the mission, and it describes the approach that Cynthia Petition started. She wanted to offer an opportunity for people to come in at low volumes if they wanted to, low amounts, low trading experience or no trading experience. There's no expiration dates. You start when you want to, you stop when you want to. Let's say you want to add $1 to your 20,000 that you start with, or your 5,000 that you start with, or your 1,000. If you start today and you decide later on today or tomorrow that you want to add $1 because you have that, you can do that. If you want to take out $1 or take out 1,000, you're able to do that. If you want to redeposit on Friday, you're able to. A lot of us redeposit because we are looking for a change in our lifestyle after a handful of years, and we are looking for the opportunity to develop that generational wealth that a lot of us haven't known. Now, one of the things that catches my attention is that there are no earning caps. Is there anything else that you're doing where there's no earning cap? I mean, really. So I work a lot, as you heard. My wife works a lot. At the moment, I have 2 full-time jobs. I'm running out of hours, but I have an earning cap because of those hours. But look at this, in novetech, there is no earning cap. It's an amazing opportunity, and that's why I recommend it for so many people. Now, the reason why I recommend it to so many people is that you can get in where you fit in. If you want to get in at the 500, 1,000, 2,500, wherever you are able to, not bill money, not mortgage money, but that money that you can afford to experiment with and invest. And if you're getting started, I just recommend getting started, because what you will hear and what you will see is much of what we have described. As a matter of fact, I jumped in at $5,000. So I started at the gold package, and I consulted with Sweet Corey on where to start. And she thought the 5,000 was reasonable for what we were talking about. She had described what happens on Fridays. And when the Fridays started coming, everything that she described is exactly how it happened. I mean, I didn't go looking on the internet to see what other people said, and I didn't go and doing all those things. It reminds me of people who, when we write a prescription to treat their blood pressure, they go and look up all the side effects and looking at all the things. Meanwhile, pressure is so high that their head is going to explode. I didn't go do that. I trusted her and got started at 5,000. Everything she described was exactly what happened. And so what I did was I started adding. But let me give you a few more details. When you start off below 25,000 in these packages, then after 30 days, there is a $25 monthly platform fee. You don't have to pay it. You're not going to get a bill in the mail, or you're not going to get a bill anywhere, actually. It's automatic. It comes out. It comes right out of the account. And it's generally kind of marginal. I mean, if we're talking a couple $1,000 or $1,000, and then 25 comes out, not a big deal. You're still moving, you're growing, and you're moving wonderfully. And so you see, these are the enrollment packages that you have to choose from. Now, if you start at 25,000 or a little more, somewhere between 25,000 and 99,999, now you're in our VIP package. The monthly fee, that's gone. And you get to enjoy that 1% monthly cashback reward. It's wonderful. Now, what you see coming back in novetech and the way that you get rewarded, and I'm talking about our profits and all of our bonuses. We're not talking about bonus points. We're not talking about anything else other than money that shows up in your account. That is how novetech works. Very straightforward, very easy. My father is 76 years old, and he manages his own account every week and does his own reinvesting. I'm so proud of him because he was the first person I showed novetech to. Now, I should say that after a couple of weeks, I'm not even sure if it was a couple of weeks, but when things were going exactly how Corey said they were going to go, I added 45,000 more and got into this VIP package. I saw that happen one week and I thought, who am I kidding? I had worked a lot during COVID. We canceled a lot of vacations and I had some extra money. I went on up to the VIP President's Club, the $100,000 club. And right away, I started having no monthly fees and enjoying the 2.5% monthly cashback rewards. And of course, I got the $1,000 cash bonus. Everything you hear us talking about here is money. I should say those bonuses, they tend to come on Fridays, whereas the profits that you've heard us talking about happen on Fridays. The bonuses, I'm sorry, come on Saturdays, whereas those profits that you've heard us talking about so far come on Fridays. Now, every once in a while, even last week, somebody had a problem with their PIN number and we needed to contact our support portal. Within 24 hours, they had a new PIN because they were able to, and it really just had to do with my person responding to the email. Our dedicated support portal, very straightforward, very goal directed, and very much like our DNA as set by our leadership. That is the passive opportunity and has everything to do with the way that people like me, people who are in healthcare, people who just are concerned about their own health and the health of others around them, people that need leverage, people that have student loans, people that have children that are going to be going to school and have educational bills coming. I have a son that we just sent to Georgia Tech last week. It's not cheap. We need leverage. We need financial leverage, and novetech is offering that. Now, I'm going to tell you that you heard when this company started, and you heard Corey Sampson say when she enrolled in July. Now, she tried to get in contact with me to jump into novetech and share this opportunity. At the time, I was writing my dad's book, and I thought I couldn't take time or energy away from that because it was stressing me out. And the only regret that I have is not taking that 20 minutes because life would have been so different. Can you imagine being in a year ago at 100,000 as opposed to jumping in November? The minute I presented that book and the minute we put it on the market and whatnot, that is when I jumped in. I didn't know it at the time, but that was also when I started to participate in the business opportunity. So I want to take a minute and describe the business opportunity to you. I came by way of it as kind of a mistake in a way. I mean, I jumped into novetech interested in the passive earning and everything we have been discussing so far. But who do you think that I introduced novetech to first? It was my dad, because we were talking every day and we talk every day right now. I introduced him to novetech. He jumped in, and then I had a bonus on Saturday, and I got back to Corey saying, where did this money come from? And then she started telling me about these other ways that we benefit from being in novetech. Now, the bonus was about $50. And I, obviously I was not trying to get my father in novetech so I can earn $50. I introduced my dad to novetech and ultimately my sisters and brothers. And, I can go on and on and on at the number of people and the types of people that I've introduced novetech to, but I wasn't getting them into novetech and referring it so that I could get a $50 bonus, really. I mean, I have 100,000 now in an account. I mean, it's and that was a long time ago. And so, what was $50 going to really do? I was not looking for that, but, I'm not mad at $50 either, because if you go ahead and compound that after about 5 years, guess what? It turns into $108,000 if we are able to enjoy the same kinds of returns that we have been. $50, 3% weekly if we are able to do as we have, and reinvesting that $108,000. Just remarkable. So I benefited from a direct referral bonus when my dad joined Novetech. And then he was happy about it and excited, and he started sharing it with his friends. And so lo and behold, I started enjoying these indirect referral bonuses as he's continued to share and as his friends have continued to share for 7 different levels. Now, I've introduced Novetech to a lot of different types of people, and some of them are friends that are young ladies. They're ladies that are my age, even like say 40 to 60. And I've noticed that the first thing they do is introduce it to their daughters. I mean, right away, they will introduce it to every daughter, and each daughter will enroll. And when that happens, they have earned a fast track bonus, because usually it's about 3 of them. And depending on where they come in, they can end up earning $650 and fast track bonuses that they were not even looking for. Now, and when these moms are recommending and sharing it with their daughters, they are not looking for bonuses. They want to make sure that their daughters are good to go, regardless of the circumstances that are happening in the future. But I'm sure that if they get $650, that they're okay too. Now, as the people that we share Novetech with, our primaries, as they start to upgrade and reinvest, and even those under, as they start to upgrade and reinvest weekly, we enjoy a small percentage of their upgrading. Okay, that's called check matching bonuses, and that happens for 9 different levels. All of these different ways to win and do well. And we're talking about money. We're not talking about points. We're not talking about somebody just sending you a, we appreciate you email, a pat on the back or anything. And in healthcare, what we do, what happens on Physicians Week and Nurses Week, is that they start sending us pizza as appreciation. Now, I don't want to sound cynical, but when we walk into the doctor's lounge and we see pizza, and usually it's pizza that has no pepperoni, it has nothing, no peppers, no mushrooms. It's just pizza with some cheese on there, But what Novetech does is bonuses, and that shows up on Saturdays in your bonus account. And so what we are doing in this way, the business opportunity, what we are doing is upgrading on Saturdays as well as Friday. So on Fridays, everybody in Novetech is able to upgrade. And that's the part that takes about a minute or so. But the people that enjoy the business opportunity and, I would say they just like sharing it with their family and friends and helping their folks move along, will upgrade on Saturdays also. Now, you saw the $25 that gets assessed for the people that are below $25,000 for their trading account. Those that we have suggested and referred to Novetech, when they get that $25 assessed, we get a small portion of that, and that is called the residual bonus, and that occurs through 9 levels. Now, organically, when you're working with something that is amazing, like everything we've been talking about, 3% we've been enjoying a week and being able to reinvest that, where else does this happen? I mean, when you have something that's so wonderful, people talk about it, people share it, and we start to move up in our, let's say, generations of people that have shared it. And so we call that rank achievement. When you have rank achievement and it starts to go up, Novetech starts to acknowledge you also by adding bonuses. And there are very specific areas where you do get acknowledged for this. And then at the upper levels, you get a chance to enjoy some of the profit sharing. Okay, there are a lot of details to this, and we know all of them because we have been enjoying all of them, but I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that they did not mean anything until I started benefiting from them myself. I would see it on Saturdays and go, my goodness, what is this? As a matter of fact, one time my father called and said, I got $500. What's that for? I said, okay, you just moved up to junior executive. He said, it just seems like I should have known it was coming. I said, well, it's here. We've been presenting it. But again, and I understand it. I wasn't looking for it. It's not why we got necessarily involved, but we're here for it. And it's significant, actually. You can do really well for yourself and your family. So, it's a wonderful opportunity that we have here, and I'm so glad that you have been listening to this. It's really kind of rare that we are able to participate in such an opportunity. I am honored again to present it with our team members, with Corey Jean Sampson and Felicia Andrews and Sherelle D. Lowry and Marsha Hadley, our co-CEO. I'm honored because it's everything that I'm about. I'm talking about helping people to not just not be sick and overcome problems. I do enjoy helping people overcome problems, but I really enjoy helping people to soar and get into a situation where the problems that they have to deal with are so entirely different and not being in a crisis, okay? And so that is why I'm very happy to be presenting this information. If you have been impressed by this, and I'm sure you have, please get back to the person that brought you to this meeting and ask them how you can get involved. What we have presented here is how you can enjoy financial leverage, how you can enjoy leverage. I mean, we've been talking about finances, but more recently, when I really looked into Novetech and what I was going to be able to do, it occurred to me that I am going to have enough time to learn how to play the bass guitar. I'm going to have enough time to learn another language, because when we have financial leverage, then the choices change. And so I'm looking forward to that. Some of this leverage I'm talking about, positive profits that we've been enjoying weekly, okay? Passive profits. While I'm working, while you're working, doing your thing, the traders are going to work for us. We have been enjoying, this is not a feature necessarily of Novetech, but we have been enjoying being able to reinvest, and we've been enjoying that compound effect. And then lastly, we talked about the cumulative effect of sharing it with other people. Thank you so much for joining. And if you know other healthcare workers or people that are just interested in health, they can be social workers, people that are educators, nurses, people that work in a hospital, people that work in a healthcare office, or people that, again, they're just concerned about the financial health of themselves, their families, and their communities. Bring them to this call next week on Wednesdays. We have a lot of opportunities, actually, but this is where we're really focusing on people that are focusing on health and the health of their communities, those like mine and yours. On behalf of Team Diamond, thank you so much for joining this call. We look forward to having you as members next week. Take care, guys. Keep winning. We love you.
Recording stopped.